If you've ever felt like you and your partner have become more like roommates than lovers, you're not alone. Over time, many couples experience a decline in intimacy, not just physical, but emotional too. And the tricky part is that people don't realize what's causing it until the spark has already faded. Today, we're talking about the biggest intimacy killers in relationships, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Before we dive in, I'm Allie, a licensed marriage and family therapist and head of relationships at Paired, the app that brings couples closer and keeps your relationship fresh. Check it out in the description. Intimacy isn't just about sex. It's about feeling emotionally close, connected, and truly seen by your partner. Couples who maintain emotional intimacy report significantly higher relationship satisfaction, while those who let it slip often feel disconnected even if they're still physically together. But here's the good news. Intimacy can be rebuilt, and the first step is recognizing what's getting in the way. Let's dive into some of the most common intimacy killers and what you can do about them. Number 1, constant criticism or nagging. We're going to start by talking about one of the biggest intimacy killers, constant criticism, or as it's often labeled, nagging. And yes, I know that word can be triggering, especially for women who get unfairly called nags, and it's often a symptom of a deeper relationship problem that we'll come to in just a moment. But here's the thing, the nagging itself has to stop. It erodes trust. It puts you and your partner in a parent-child dynamic where one person micromanages and the other withdraws. Intimacy doesn't thrive in a dynamic like that. So here's what to do. Instead of pointing out what your partner is doing wrong, shift to a more gentle and request-driven approach. Try, "Hey, I really appreciate when you help out with dinner. Could we make that a more regular thing?" Research from the Gottman Institute shows that couples who phrase requests positively instead of using criticism are more likely to stay connected long-term. Number 2, one-sided mental load. And here's why criticism happens so often, because the person nagging is usually the one carrying the entire mental load. If you're the one managing not just the house, but also the relationship, remembering every little thing while your partner just rides the wave, well, of course frustration builds. It stops feeling like a partnership and starts feeling like a solo job. And when a relationship feels unbalanced, intimacy is one of the first things to go. Let's talk about how to turn this around. If you're carrying most of the mental load, have a conversation about full ownership versus delegation. Instead of asking for help in the moment, discuss which responsibilities your partner can fully take on. This method, also seen in Eve Rodsky's Fair Play system, helps couples feel like true partners rather than one person constantly reminding the other. Number 3, not prioritizing quality time. If you've had kids, you might have noticed a drop in intimacy. A survey from Parent Data found that parents of infants reported the lowest levels of sexual frequency. And while intimacy does often rebound as the kids grow older, many parents still report wanting more connection than they currently have. If this sounds familiar, prioritizing protected couple time can help. A study from the National Marriage Project found that couples who schedule at least one date night per week report higher levels of passion and emotional connection. If you're always exhausted, glued to your phone, or prioritizing work and chores over your relationships, intimacy is bound to take a hit. And prioritizing quality time doesn't have to mean elaborate date nights. Even small adjustments, like watching TV together 4 nights a week instead of 5, and using that extra night to just cuddle or talk, can really make a difference. If you don't actively protect your time together, life will fill the space for you. So be intentional about it. Number 4, lack of emotional connection. Let's delve a little deeper into the topic of emotional connection. Remember that emotional intimacy fuels physical intimacy. Without the emotional connection, the physical can become transactional, begin to feel distant, and perhaps even obligatory, rather than genuinely enjoyable and meaningful. The lack of emotional connection might be a result of the kind of imbalanced relationship we talked about before, or lack of quality time, but it could also be because you don't carve out the headspace for deep conversations. When everything revolves around logistics, work, kids, groceries, the garbage, the bills, the birthdays, the spark fades. So how do you fix this? Try intentional daily check-ins. Research suggests that couples who engage in just 10 minutes of meaningful conversation each day feel significantly more connected. Instead of talking about logistics, ask open-ended questions like, "What's something that made you smile today?" or "What's been on your mind lately?" Paired, the app that brings couples closer, makes this so easy with fun daily questions and monthly guided check-ins. These moments create emotional intimacy, which fuels physical closeness. Number 5, lack of physical affection outside the bedroom. Physical touch is one of the simplest yet most overlooked ways to maintain intimacy. It's easy to assume that passion will just happen when the mood is right, but in reality, small everyday gestures are what help keep that spark alive. When those small physical gestures, like hugs, hand-holding, and spontaneous kisses, when those disappear, intimacy can start feeling like a chore rather than an expression of love. If you want to rebuild that connection, try reintroducing casual, everyday touches throughout your day, like a little back tickle as you walk by, or a playful squeeze of their hand, or sitting close when you're watching TV. These moments add up and create a foundation of warmth and closeness. It's really hard to go from 0 to 100 when you're trying to be intimate, so having those regular, simple touches throughout the day can help with that. And if you want a simple, research-backed habit, the Gottman Institute's 6-second kiss rule suggests that holding a kiss for at least 6 seconds daily releases oxytocin, strengthening connection and attraction over time. It's so simple, but apparently it works. And hey, it's really not gonna hurt to try. All right, so before we wrap up, let's go over the biggest takeaways one more time. If you only remember 5 things from this video, let them be these. To rebuild intimacy, ditch constant criticism. Shift to appreciation and trust. Share the mental load. Being the only one responsible kills connection. Make quality time non-negotiable. Even small adjustments like swapping a TV night for a cuddle night make a huge difference. Prioritize emotional connection. 10 minutes of meaningful conversation daily can change everything. And reintroduce physical affection. Small touches and the 6-second kiss rule can help keep the spark alive. These small shifts create real, lasting change. Intimacy doesn't disappear overnight. It fades when couples stop prioritizing connection. The good news is that these are all things you can change. Now let's hear from you. What's one thing you and your partner do to stay connected? Drop a comment below and let's share ideas. And if you're looking for simple ways to reignite intimacy, the Paired app has expert-led exercises designed to bring couples closer. Check it out in the link below. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more relationship insights, and I'll see you in the next one.